Please join me in welcoming today's keynote speaker, Ravi Hutheesing.
Things are changing. The workforce is pivoting. We're pivoting from humans that perform like machines to machines that perform like humans. President Donald Trump, he tells us that he's bringing jobs back. But then you have people like Bill Gates who says artificial intelligence is going to replace most jobs. Almost everything that humans do will be replaced by artificial intelligence. So how do we navigate these two messages in order to prepare our students for what is an unpredictable future? You know, if we're going to make America great again, it isn't going to be artificial intelligence that's going to do it. It's going to be human intelligence that's going to do it. And it isn't going to be what's going on in Washington, D.C. that's going to do it. It's going to be what's going on right here with all of you that's going to do it. All of you are the architects of the future because our students are the future. That's the power in this room. And I'm so happy that he supported me because it was only a few years later that I got to live my dream and perform in Madison Square Garden. Thank you. I was the guitar player of what became the top-selling band in the world in 1997. Anybody remember who the top-selling band in the world was in 1997? I'll give you a hint. I was not a Spice Girl. We're going to rule that one out right now. It was Hanson. Three brothers from Tulsa, Oklahoma, millennials, the rise of the millennial generation, and it was an amazing experience. I love these pictures. This is early in our career. This is March of 1997. You know it's early because we're all flying in economy. By May of 1997, Bop was #1 on the Billboard charts. And then towards the end of our career, August of 1997, it was short, but it was really sweet, I'm telling you. The internet. And you're close, by the way. The internet. We became a sharing economy that transformed our culture. You remember Napster? That's what happened to us. Napster wiped out the music industry because the music industry didn't know how to deal with it. Not much different than what Airbnb has done to hotels or what Uber has done to taxis, or what AI may be happening with education, unless we figure out that we need to harness AI, that it's a valuable tool rather than fight it. Nothing brings a crowd together like a good conversation about politics, don't you think? This is where my clients start to get a little nervous. It's crazy. We can't talk about religion. We can't talk about politics. We can't talk about so many of the things that actually divide us. If we can't talk about it, how are we going to solve it? How are we going to unite? Yes, absolutely. We need to be able to talk about these things. But I have to be so careful in coming to an event like this about what I can say and make sure not to divide the room, because this is rough stuff, what we're all talking about and thinking about. So I have to take it easy. I just thought maybe we could talk a little bit about transgender rights, DEI, and Trump and the economy. Go big or go home, right? Maybe I'm going home, I don't know. We're going to see how this goes. We have to teach handwriting. Do we teach handwriting? We've got to teach handwriting. So many school systems that I visit when I do convocations and go there, I'm amazed that they no longer teach handwriting. And I understand the reasonings and the challenges that they face. But there's so many good reasons to be teaching handwriting. And for me, the main reason is because I know of no other activity that slows your thoughts down to the point where you recognize them. In our age of technology, of social media, we are putting stuff out that we haven't even thought about. But when you write it out by hand, you have to take notice of what it is you are not only saying, but what you're thinking. And that's how you learn about yourself and learn about your own biases. But we take these kids out of the villages before the age of 4, and we pay for their education through their master's degree. And it is absolutely incredible. We have a 98% graduation rate, a 97% college admission rate, a 98% college graduation rate. And these are the most marginalized, poorest people in the world. They're working at companies like American Express, Amazon, Deloitte, Goldman Sachs. It's fantastic. And to the point where they're earning more money than their entire villages would have earned. And so now we have a program where we take a percentage, 10 to 50%, depending on the student, of their salaries, and we put them back into the village and build roofs and toilets so that the communities can learn the value of an education. It's changing their world. It's changing the world. It was really incredible. The whole thing ended with the kids in India beatboxing and the girls in Los Angeles dancing in real time. I have to tell you, this was one of the most amazing moments of my life, was just witnessing this. They did it. I just created the opportunity. They made the moment what it was. And I did a press conference afterwards, and all I could think of is if we could do this with young Israelis and young Palestinians and let them bond naturally before we teach them how to hate each other, well, maybe world peace is possible. For the next couple of years, everywhere I went, I was being invited to come and have a cup of coffee with different dignitaries from the State Department, people that were representing our country around the world. And it was incredible. You know, I'm sitting in their offices. We're talking about, at that time, the North Korea nuclear threat. We're talking about G10 summits. We're talking about climate change. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, does he know I'm the guitar player from Hanson? Another was from Cambodia, another from the Philippines, and the third from the Aceh region of Indonesia. Let me translate that for you. That is a Buddhist, a Christian, and a Muslim in a room together for 14 days writing music. And what do you think it looked like on day 12? It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Could world peace be that simple? That's why I went to Iraq to work with the kids from Mosul. That's why I went to Beirut to work with the Lebanese while they were having a massive influx of Syrian refugees and on the verge of civil war. Because we have the power to change that. We have the tools. Whether it's AI or whether it's music or whether it's food or whatever cultural opportunity we have to bring people together, we must take it. Because I do believe, maybe, that world peace could be that simple. Thank you. It's so important, and public schools play such an important role in this. I know of no other environment that integrates diverse children and unites them with a common foundation. Everything else we have in life pretty much segregates us. Our churches, our country clubs, the restaurants that we choose, where we decide to live, often separates us. But the public school forces us in the healthiest of ways to come together and to unite and build a common foundation. And that diversity also includes a lot of students with privilege. Look, I come from privilege, but privilege shouldn't be a guilt trip. It shouldn't be it shouldn't foster guilt. What we need to do is inspire those privileged kids to recognize that it's a tool in their toolbox that can be used for good. I think that's really important because look, these 4 little privileged kids grew up to do some pretty incredible things in the world. It's remarkable, the power in our classrooms. We have to harness it. We have to nurture it. And amazing, amazing things will happen. But we do need principled leadership, and I believe principled leadership is simply empowering those below you to rise above you. And if we all do that every day and inspire others, that will make the world a better place. Thank you. It's not just what we put in our students' minds that matter. It's also what we put in their hearts that matter. And if we do that successfully, I absolutely do believe that world peace is possible. I do believe it to my core, with one caveat. World peace is possible if we make it profitable. War is profitable. And after everything that I've shared with you today and more of traveling around the world and working with some of the most vulnerable communities, I'm pretty sure the only reason why we have war today is because it's profitable. So I would like to challenge all of our students in all of our classrooms to use their entrepreneurial minds and come up with ways to make peace profitable. And if they can do that and they start developing companies and initiatives that help us make peace profitable, I think we'll get there. I really do. I think we'll get there. So turn around. It's not too far going from lost to found. You've held the ground. Don't you fade, sunflower in shade. So turn around. It's not too far going from lost to found. You've held the ground. Don't you fade, sunflower in the shade. Thank you very much. You've been a great audience. I look forward to saying hello over there and seeing you tonight. Thank you.